All six of them had an opportunity to stop that situation. Neither one of them didn't do nothing about it. Who give them the right to take a life?
Finally, the Charlotte Sheriff's Office has sent a series of subpoenas to the private homes of the Cabo Six so that they can appear as witnesses to the femicide of Shanquella Robinson. This news has sparked a lot of excitement from the public because this means that Shanquella is finally going to get justice and the truth about her death exposed.
Life and legacy now shaped by her final moments. A brutal beating shared on social media. A vicious death while on vacation.
The foregoing occurred after the Attorney General of the state of Baja California served within the framework of the Binational Summit of Attorneys General between Mexico and the United States formally requested the American government to summon Khalil Cook, Malik Dyer, Alice Hyatt, Nazir Wiggins, and Winter Donovan to officially testify. The 5 friends are being called in to testify on what actually happened in Cabo and why the arrested Dejani Jackson was brutally beating up their friend. A Mexican judge had issued an arrest warrant for Dejani Jackson, charging her with the crime of femicide, and so the suspect was arrested by the International Criminal Police Organization agents on November 28. Jackson was arrested after the video of her beating Shanquella went viral. The actual beating must have caused the injuries found on the deceased body because her friend had been aiming for her head and back with heavy blows. During the filming of the video, no one intervened as Robinson was being assaulted. A male voice, which has now been identified as Shanquella's best friend, Khalil, is heard saying to her, "Can you at least fight back?" After the video clip was posted to social media, questions emerged about why none of Robinson's friends tried to stop the altercation and why they thought it necessary to lie about her death. Word has been going around that Shanquella was actually the one who paid for their vacation, so everyone is questioning why her best friends would all turn against her. After the incident started gaining momentum, internet detectives set out to identify the Cabo Six friends who were there that day. Graphics and a document floating around on social media made it possible to identify the 6 friends who were on the trip with Robinson before returning to the States. Khalil Cook reportedly is Robinson's best friend of 5 years. Shanquella's mother said that Cook and her daughter were so close that he would go with them on family trips and would often visit their home. He was the one who called her on October 29th, alerting her that her daughter grew ill because of alcohol poisoning. And he was also the one who brought Robinson's luggage back from Mexico to their house. "I never thought he would be so low to ever do my child like that," Shanquella's mother said. Cook was at the family's side after Robinson's death up until when the autopsy revealed that she had a broken neck and spine, and then he kind of disappeared. Shanquella's sister, Quilla Long, told the North Carolina Beat that Cook was acting strange. "Now that stuff has happened, I can go back and say that's why he was pacing. I mean, you would have thought he was coming off something like he was high," Quilla Long said. "He was nervous, he was sweating, and grabbing his beard. It had to be eating him up then." Dejani Jackson, the woman beating Shanquella in the viral clip, met the latter in university. Both women attended Winston-Salem State University, according to their social media profiles. A screenshot of Jackson's LinkedIn profile, which has since been removed, shows she works for branded propane tank exchange Blue Rhino in Greensboro, North Carolina. Shanquella Robinson took the trip to Mexico to celebrate Jackson's birthday and even footed most of her friends' bills. Additional information about Jackson is scarce, and reports suggested all of the people who were on the trip erased their social media footprints. Many called for Jackson to be arrested for murder after video footage of Robinson's beating was released. But sources close to Jackson told the North Carolina Beat that Donovan was also involved. Winter Donovan was reportedly in the room recording the 18-second video where we can hear Khalil tell Quella to fight back. Robinson is still alive at the end of the video. One outlet is now claiming Donovan also was involved in the attack. The North Carolina Beat's Gerald Jackson said in a Facebook Live interview that he was told by a friend of Dejani's mother that after Winter slammed her on the ground, Shanquella did not move anymore. Just like with Jackson, many social media users shared Donovan's information online, calling for the women to come forward with information or take responsibility for their actions that led to Robinson's death. Their other friend Alice Hyatt is said to have tried to stop the fight between her friends, but nothing has been able to prove whether that's true or not. She's also said to have been the one to leak the video of Shanquella being beaten naked, hoping that she would be spared since she wasn't in the said video. Leaking the video doesn't change the fact that she was there watching and she's still live. Nazir Wiggins is the only friend who has spoken out after the incident. He claims that he arrived in Cabo a day after everyone else at the villa that afternoon, and when he got there he found Shanquella ill. Wiggins said he turned on soft music and rubbed Robinson's head until a medical professional came because he had been told that a maid found her slumped over a toilet before he arrived. "I didn't see a fight. I didn't know there was a fight," Wiggins said in a live video that he later deleted. "I didn't know there was a video. I didn't know they had done any harm, anything. I went in there and I was told it was alcohol poisoning, and that's what I helped her as." Video snippets from the Cabo trip show the group of friends happily eating and drinking together and playing a game. One video that stood out from the others was one of Shanquella happily talking to her friends while they ignored her looking bored and plotting something. Most believe that this was when the friends were plotting Shanquella's demise and hope all of them will be extradited to Mexico for punishment.
La agresora en este caso de la agresión directa, porque realmente no fue riña, es una agresión directa que realizó.
The U.S. and Mexico signed an extradition treaty in 1978 that calls for the return of those who have committed crimes and fled into either country. Although the process can vary, extradition is usually initiated after a person has been located and arrested in the requested country. In this case, the U.S. Since Jackson has already been arrested and is in custody, it will be possible that she is going to be extradited to Mexico. It still isn't clear yet what really happened to Robinson in Mexico, and now that the Cabo Six is being summoned to testify, the truth will eventually come out and reveal what really happened.
Thank God for the 25 years that she were here with me, you know. But I hate to see my child leave here like that, you know. That was a terrible way for her to die.
Shanquella's mother isn't sure whether her daughter ever received medical help. "I'm not sure if anyone ever arrived because I was never allowed to talk to them," Salamander Robinson told the Washington Post. "I asked them to let me speak to the doctor when they arrived, but they told me that the doctor is busy with Shanquella. When the travel mates finally called her back, they told her Shanquella was dead." A representative of CaboVillas.com said the group in the villa contacted the concierge, who called the doctor. It is unclear if the doctor noticed the injuries listed on the death certificate, which is usually based on the autopsy results. Shanquella's friends betrayed her and went MIA, though now it's about time they appear to pack their bags and head to Mexico for justice. Her mother believes after the news broke about her death certificate, they went on the run. They stopped calling or visiting Robinson's family. The victim's father is calling for all of the people on the trip to be charged and serve life sentences in Mexico. "I'm just heartbroken, ma'am," he told TMZ. "You know, I can't even be a granddaddy. I can't walk her down the aisle. I can't hear her voice. There's a whole lot of unanswered questions in my mind about her death," Bernard Robinson said. "I just want justice for my daughter. She was my only child." To this, a fan on Twitter said, "Justice for #Shanquella Robinson. We will not let those who wrong continue to run until you rest in heaven peacefully." Another fan said, "I live in Charlotte, NC, and this case is just weird. It seems obvious that her so-called friends allowed her to be murdered somehow. The reason still has yet to come out. But this is dramatic book material. Anyways, there's more on the case on our other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.